Welcome to my views and news viewers. Developments in the Amhara region of Ethiopia indicate that Amhara youth, are confronting Ethiopian army, Ethiopian national defense. We have received first video clip showing the real confrontation between Amhara youth in a city of Amhara region and Ethiopian National Defense Force. An ENDF convoy was stopped. Road was blocked. Angry youth questioned Ethiopian National Defense Force members. Secondly, church is becoming involved in this conflict in Wollo. Church is trying to play the role of a mediator, or is it going to support Ethiopian government or the people? We have details from one city of the Amhara region for you. Thirdly, a protest was held yesterday in Alamata. We could not report because of lots of other news stories. And lastly, released TPLF leaders have arrived in Mekelle. They remained in prison for a long time. Some were in prison for more than a year. They were warmly welcomed in Tigray. Firstly, viewers, public mobilization in Amhara region is on display. There is no doubt now that people are rejecting the reorganization, dismantling, disarming of Amhara Special Force. People have been mobilized. Today they blocked main roads. They, despite government's efforts to stop these protests, government suspended internet access. It tried to arrest people too. It tried to ensure people don't assemble, but people gathered. They blocked main roads. Purpose was to stop ENDF's entry, ENDF's movement, Ethiopian army's movement in the Amhara region. Though internet access was cut off in Wuldia, in Gondar and Bahidar, three main cities of the Amhara region. We have received a video from Wuldia city, which was blocked today. Angry Amhara youth blocked main road passing through Wuldia, stopping a convoy of Ethiopian army which tried to pass through Wuldia city. There was a dialogue between angry Amhara youth and ENDF officers. Amhara youth asked questions. Where are you going? We won't let you pass through this town. And the video clearly shows obstacles put in place on the road to stop Ethiopian armies or convoy. So this is alarming. When people in any country, when people start confronting military, it is very alarming, because military cannot control people by force. Militaries consist of a few million at maximum. People are many millions. So you cannot, militaries cannot crush people by force. If people are really mobilized, we have seen that across the world. Now in Amhara region, people are mobilized. They are taking to the streets, youth out on the streets, stopping Ethiopian military. Can Ethiopian military control the situation? The narrative which was changed last night by Ethiopian government was not accepted in Amhara. Change of narrative was that it isn't disarmament, it is reorganization of Amhara Special Force. But we saw that Since this morning, people have been on the roads, blocking main roads. Watch the clip from Vuldia, where you can clearly see that angry youth blocked an ENDF convoy, preventing it from moving through Vuldia town. Secondly, viewers, Ethiopian Orthodox Church is becoming involved in this conflict to resolve the issue, though the involvement is individual, not institutional. From Vuldia, it is being reported that at Vuldia City Hall, a discussion was held today. Participants were locals, government officials, some say security officials were there too, regional security officials, and Ethiopian army officers. Discussion was held because main road passing through Vuldia was blocked. People refused to allow ENDF to pass through the town, and internet service was suspended too in the city. People were protesting. Abune Irmias is North Wollo Diocese Archbishop. He conducted this discussion at Vuldia City Hall. All sides spoke. No consensus was reached. But reportedly, the city, which saw roadblocks since this morning, saw relative improvement in the situation of movement of vehicles in the evening. After this discussion held at Vuldia Hall, within Vuldia city, traffic movement improved. But intercity transport is suspended reportedly so far. Intercity transport could not be restored. Why? Because obviously Amhara youth does not want to allow Ethiopian army to use this main road, Vuldia, Dasi, Vuldia, Kobo road. But some improvement has been seen reportedly. So church is trying to resolve this issue. Of course, church cannot resolve the main issue. Main issue is disarmament, dismantling of Amhara special force. Will it happen or not? But for the time being, church is trying to control the situation to prevent any major conflict, major confrontation between Ethiopian army and locals in Vuldia. Thirdly, viewers, Alamata, where yesterday a protest was held by the people. Second protest, or third, I think, by the people in Alamata who say that they are Amharas. They don't want to be part of macho diocese of Ethiopian Orthodox Church. They chanted slogans that they are Amharas and they want to be part of Vuldia diocese. It's a very interesting development, viewers. Amhara region is not withdrawing from its claim to Raya, southern Tigray. Koram, Alamata, two main cities in Raya. And Tigray Orthodox Church so far has not reconciled with the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. There are still unresolved issues between these two institutions. Protest in Alamata is a signal, again a signal from the Amhara region that Amhara region will not withdraw from its claim to Raya. Though we are receiving reports from Raya that rumors going around that Tigray forces, Tigray government could retake Raya. But the protest was launched. Again, a message from Amhara regional government to federal government to Tigray regional government that Amhara government will not abandon its claim to Alamata, Koram, Raya. Lastly, viewers, released Tigrayan leaders have returned to Tigray. They were in prison. 2 days ago, they were released from prison. Karya Ibrahim who refused to testify against his TPLF comrades, arrived in Mekelle today. She was warmly welcomed by Tigray leaders. She was accompanied by Dr. Abraham and Addis Alam Bilama, who were released around 2 to 3 days ago after charges were dropped against these TPLF leaders. Are these released TPLF leaders going to be made part of Getachow's interim cabinet? Cabinet has been finalized. It means the released leaders will not be part of the cabinet, but they'll be part of the party. They are already part of the party. Though the way they sacrificed for their party, for their people, their service should be recognized. Let's see how Tigray government, TPLF, is going to recognize the services, the sacrifices of these TPLF leaders. Kere Ibrahim deserves a major role in Tigray, I think, especially in TPLF. She stood for TPLF. She stood with TPLF leaders. So at least in TPLF, in this party, she deserves to have a major role. Thank you for watching.